It ain't good.
The best show for Chicago.
Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. As we got a little breaking news on today's episode. Chicago Bears have ruled out all three of their starting linebackers going into this game. Now, does that mean that the game is over? Does that mean that the Bears are out? No, we'll talk about all that and more coming up next. But as Noah P has just so eloquently stated, we'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Su Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. Listen, not a great day as far as the final injury report of the week. You would have hoped to get a little bit better news here moving forward, as you were hoping for at least a limited on one of these guys. But the Chicago Bears have ruled out 4 players going into this game. 3 of them are your starting linebackers. Final injury report for the week: Tremaine Edmunds out, TJ Edwards out, Roschon Johnson out, Noah Sewell out, Theo Benedette questionable right now with the quad. Jaquan Brisker was a full go the last 2 days. He is questionable. Kyler Gordon, calf, had a full day of practice. You're getting all the DBs back at the right time. You lose every single one of the linebackers. Kyler Gordon, he's back full. Love that. Kevin Byard, full. He was questionable for the day. And then Jalen Johnson, his second day full in a row, questionable right there. Kevin Byard was a full, no designation. He's playing. Drew Dolman, full playing. Grady Jarrett, full playing. Tyree Stevenson, full playing. DeAndre Swift, full playing. Joe Tooney, full playing. Darnell Wright, full and playing. Listen, it's a tough game, and you know what, going up against one of the teams who you kind of know is going to come very well prepared in the Pittsburgh Steelers makes this a little bit tougher. And I'll say on top of that, knowing all of those injury designations with the tight end group that they have. I mean, Darnell Washington, an absolute monster of a man. I don't know if y'all saw this come out in a podcast this week, but that he is essentially 6'7", now 311 pounds. It's a tough week to not have your linebackers. And what it's going to mean is you're going to see Dennis Allen probably have to get a little bit more creative than we've seen in weeks past. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jaquan Brisker and CJ Gardner-Johnson slide over at times, not for the whole game, but just at times to try and give you some of those competitive spots there. I think it's also going to be interesting to see what you're going to get from the young man, Ruben Hippolyte. I think that's the biggest story out of all of this now. You're probably going with something like a DeMarco Jackson, Ruben Hippolyte lineup where you're running a ton of nickel at the same time. Or maybe, you see a little bit more dime in that situation with more DBs on the field. Here's the bottom line of it, though. You still got to find a way to go out there and get a win. You've still got to find a way to go out there and beat a Steelers team that, if they do have Aaron Rodgers, can pick this defense apart, which means you need your offense to step up in the moments where where your defense can't. And that's probably going to be a little bit more prevalent this week. Hopefully we're able to find a way to get this defense still rolling. And I'll say this, right? With all that being said, with all the injuries that we've had this season, at a certain point, next man up does become like, all right, you don't have a next man up. But we've seen Dennis Allen overcome a lot. We've seen him lose one of the top DBs in football. We've seen him lose one of the top slot corners in football. We've seen him play most of the season without one of the best tackling linebackers in football. We've seen him resurge Tremaine Edmunds' career here. We've seen this team now host three of the top three interception leaders in the NFL right now, although that may have changed with that game yesterday. But like, you're seeing some really good moments of this team. I'm not going to say consistent play, but really good moments of this team and the moments that you expect at least. So I'm not ruling this Bears team out by any means. I'm not sitting here telling you that this is done. I'm not sitting here telling you that there's no way that the Bears can go out there and find a way to win. I do think that the Bears can still find a way to win. I just think it's more predicated on the offensive side. If you have not done so, man, hit that thumbs up button for your boy, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, and make sure that if you got it, you're hitting the hype button as well. We appreciate all the support that you guys give to the show. I want to get to some of you guys' comments. I'm not going to be live long here, probably about a 20-minute live, but just wanted to get you guys updated on this. GG the Beard says, yo, damn, we're still going to get this W. Super 007 saying said next man up mentality. At least it's not the Eagles. Alan Herbert said, hey bro, our DNs got to play linebacker. Hey, do we have anybody that was 3-4 that was like an outside line? I don't think we have anybody on the team that actually had to drop back in coverage in that way. So I doubt we're going to see that. Carl Montgomery said, who are the backup linebackers? Yeah, I mean, listen, that's kind of what I was talking about there a little while ago. I would assume you're probably going with some kind of lineup that does include DeMarco Jackson. And listen, Ruben Hippolyte, I'll say this about Ruben Hippolyte. For those who, you know, you haven't seen a ton from him, you don't know where he's been this season. The biggest thing that I can say about him is this young man does not lack confidence. This young man does not lack confidence. And what I mean by that is when we had him on the Chicago Bears podcast, go back and watch it, right? Ruben Hippolyte talked about how people needed to fit in with his game. He talked about how confident he always is when he steps onto the field. He talked about how he truly can make plays and has always been doubted, and in college just wasn't asked to make some of the plays that Dennis Allen is going to ask him to make in this defense. It's time to put up or shut up. You know what I mean? Like, this is an opportunity for you to go out there and truly prove it. Very similar to what we saw with Austin Booker. Very similar to what we saw with Austin Booker. Right? We threw Booker out there and everybody kind of went, well, there's no other option now. So you got to show me something. And guess what? He's been one of those guys who's consistently been in the pressure numbers at the top of that list. Now, has it been great? Has it been dominant? No, the run game has still struggled. I'm not going to sit here and say he's been able to go out there and be great every single play or be one of those dominant forces off of the edge. But I do think that you feel a little bit like, wow, you really showed me something on film 2 weeks, 3 weeks into your career. You're hoping that same thing here for Ruben Hippolyte. You know what I mean? Like the confidence that you bring to the football field, I love it. It's the perfect mindset that you have to have. The want to that he brings to the football field. And remember when he was getting talked about, not only just on special teams, but also in the defensive meeting rooms, both Dennis Allen and Richard Hightower talked about Ruben Hippolyte as a guy who understood the playbook just about entirely, who was somebody who was always giving the answers to the questions, who was somebody who always found himself in the right spot, but sometimes with that speed, he would have a tendency to over pursue. To me, this is going to be, all right, you've had a ton of time to sit back and watch. Hopefully you've been really taking in these mental reps. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be a lot that you still have to work on there, but can you be the guy, and J-Mac said this on the Chicago Bears podcast as well, can you be the guy that comes in and doesn't make the drastic mistake in your first opportunity? Can you be the guy that isn't the hole in the defense? Because if you get that out of him in his first NFL play, I feel like you call that a win. And so to me, looking at Ruben Hippolyte, I would assume you're probably also going to get a little Eamon Ogbongbemiga in there as well. I would think he has to be the name that you're really looking to take over this spot. And if he's not, you got questions. I'll be honest with you, dog. If this isn't a game that he can get in, I've said that this is a win draft for Ryan Poles, but that's ugly. That's ugly. Lord Crimson said that man is fast. He truly is. That's his biggest asset. The speed that he's able to bring onto the football field is devastatingly fast. So something that you love, that you're going to be able to get out there. It's just about and I remember when talking with Lance Briggs about, you know, the speed that guys have sometimes, and we were speaking about at that time. Dang, he's off the team. I don't even remember his name. Jack. Who was the linebacker that we had that we all loved? Why am I blanking on his name? He ended up following Flus down there. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the third linebacker in the system. He wasn't TJ Edwards or Tremaine Edmunds. Chad helped me out with that. I can't think of his name right now. But he was talking about how he had game speed. He didn't have 40 times speed. He had, I know where this guy's going to be. I know how this play is going. Sanborn. Thank you. Jack Sanborn. Shout out to you guys. I kept thinking Sawyer. I was with Willie Lampkin. Willie, what's going on, brother? But no, like, he had great game speed. He knew where the play was going to be. He knew how to make the tackle. He would get there. He would meet the running back in the backfield. He was in perfect pursuit and coverage. Was he the fastest guy there? No. If it was a speed on speed and everybody did everything perfect, he got beat. So I want to see, listen, Hippolyte has great speed, but none of that 40 matters if you can't get to the right spot, or you over pursue the spot, or you overrun your man, or you underrun the play. Like, there's so much that goes into it where it has to be perfect. And so to me, I look at it as an opportunity here to say, hey, it's not just about speed. It's not just about being a special teams guy. I know this playbook inside and out, and I know where I need to be to play my role the right way. Hopefully we see that from Ruben Hippolyte, and he's able to go out there and dominate in that manner, man. Dr. Process Sawyer's on the Steelers funny, and I know that's why I've been watching Steelers tape. So the Jack, when I saw Jack, I was like, Jack Sawyer, not that one. Outside of that though, man, I think it's going to be I thought it was going to be a tough game no matter what. It's not like I was sitting there, you know, feeling like this was going to be a cakewalk for the Bears in any way. But I do think that this makes it incredibly much more difficult, especially when you kind of look at, even if it is a hobbled Aaron Rodgers, I felt like he was going to be able to get the best of guys like Nashawn Wright and Tyree Stevenson. Now he don't even have to. Now he can just attack the middle of the field all day. Kevin Bryant said, this feels like a trap game. We're expected to win a game versus Aaron Rodgers. Something doesn't smell right. I'm scared. Listen, it can't be a trap game when as banged up as the Bears are. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be a trap game when as banged up as this Bears defense is. At this point, literally, why are we expecting to win? Because of the confidence that we have in the coach. That's not unfounded. The confidence that we have in Ben Johnson, the confidence that we have in Dennis Allen, that's not unfounded. They've proven time and time again that they can get the most out of this team. Where my question mark on this game comes in is what is the most out of this team this time around? If you squeeze all of the juice out of this team, what is the most that you can get out of it? Appreciate you for the super chat, Kevin. Like, if you go out there and Caleb puts up, 28 to 30 plus points on the offensive side, and this Bears offense is cooking, but the defense gives up 42, that's a real possibility this week, because you don't have enough. Possibly, we don't know what Ruben Hippolyte is yet, but it doesn't feel like you have enough talent going into this game to offset it. And so the confidence is not unfounded in Ben Johnson. It's not unfounded in almost messed up, in Dennis Allen. It's not unfounded in Al Harris, Antoine Randall, Eric Bieniemy. None of that is wrong. It's just a question on, we haven't seen any of these dudes play. Ruben Hippolyte, how many snaps he have on the season? I don't think Ruben Hippolyte has 40 snaps this year. Let me see if I can look this up real quick. Give me a second. I know I can look it up, but let me see if I can pull it up fast. Here we go. Let's see. Pafif. Let's head over to Pafif real quick and check in on Ruben Hippo. Dang, you know it's bad when they don't even gotta search for you. Ruben Hippolyte II. They ain't even got a picture for my guy. He has played 18 snaps this season. All of them in the run game, just about. He's played 12 in the run game. He's played 5 coverage snaps. He's had 1 pass rush snap. He has a solo tackle. It's not a question of, is Ruben Hippolyte talented enough? It's a question of, what is Ruben Hippolyte? We haven't seen him all year. 4th round pick. Is he ready? Is he prepared for this moment? Has he been in his books? Has he been studying? Does he know this defense backwards and forwards? Is he going to be the one that's probably going to be calling this defense? If he does, is he going to be able to call the defense the right way? Probably getting a ton of help from the defensive line on this one as well. Right. Willie Lampkin said he'll get 40 plus on Sunday. Noah P said, have you ever seen a 4-1-7 defense? Hold my beer. Watch this, dog. That'll be hilarious. Bro, you might see some unorthodox stuff, bro. Like, we might be in a situation where we're running like a 3-4-2. Like, I don't even know, bro. Like a 3-4, a 3-4-5. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna have to get unorthodox. You're not going to have the same names on the field. Now, on the flip side of all of this, as we talked about, you know, the guys that will not be there, I do wonder if there's a little opportunity here for Jalen Johnson and/or Kyler Gordon to possibly get activated this week. I would still expect no, with both of them being questionable on there. But 2 fulls in a row, best DB in football. We know he's pushing it. This is definitely a situation where the coaches are going, no, calm down, my guy. You're not ready. And I will say this, with as banged up as this defense is, not to say you wouldn't like to get your DBs back, but is this the kind of game that you want to bring Jalen in, where he's going to be having to do 3 to 4 times as much in the game? I don't know if that's where you want to bring him back just yet. I would probably wait at a minimum another week. Hopefully we're able to get Tremaine back. Although this is the scary part about this, right? In our minds right now, we're going, this is a 1 week thing. Don't worry about it. It might not be. Bro, this might be a 3-4 week thing. Groins are tough. You get a groin injury, dog. Don't we got somebody that's been out with a groin? Or Jalen Johnson, but that's a different one. I thought there was somebody else that was out with a groin. But like, that's a tough playthrough. So I don't even know if you're just talking about this week. You may be talking about for a couple of weeks. If it gets to that point, I think it's a different conversation there. But right now, I would say see what next week offers you. You're kind of already in this world where you're expecting his defense to have to do a little bit extra. I would rather have Jalen take his time with that one and possibly come back in the Philly week. He has to be back for the Packer week or we lose him for the season. So I don't know if this is going to be a week where we get guys back. It would be intriguing to see. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Just wanted to get you guys that update out there. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. We will be live for the Chicago Bulls game tonight at 7, which is Bulls versus, clearly I have not begun my deep dive. Oh, this is a Bulls versus Heat tonight. Oh, and we got We got whatchamacallit. We got a little not playing tournament. What's the tournament called? Mid-season tournament action. NBA Cup action tonight. So Bulls gonna be trying to go out there and put up a ton of points tonight. We'll see if we have Kobe White or not for that one. So tune in with us on that tonight, man. We're live every day just about of the week. So appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. Let's get through this. Peace.
Red Nation, are we here? The best show for Chicago sports. Oh my!